Stick to your agreement, man. You guys cheated. You guys cheated, man. The referee, the disloyal trainer. You scratched flesh out of my ears, which caused my ears to bleed. In the end, it took a crab bucket referee and a disloyal trainer to take me out of this cock-a-doodle-doo. Man, you are you are a disloyal. Hey, you asses fighting Carlos Takam. Man, you guys are still fearing me. Baddest man on the planet. Bob Squad! Guys, welcome back with another video. This is the morning after the night before. Of course, last night I was watching Chisora versus Usyk. I've done reaction videos, so please go check that out right now. But fam, something else came up, you know, that was quite pressing. 2 videos in a day, guys. So literally, guys, you guys are getting the best of treatment. We had a video last night from Deontay. He has spoken. The guy has come out of the woodworks. This guy has come out of the, you know, no longer he's on the missing persons report. I know that people were worried for him. People were scared that he weren't going to come back to boxing. So, not even to boxing, like to live. Because last time we seen this guy, witness reports was when he was like doing that twerking video. You know what I mean? So now he's come back with another sort of video, not that kind of video, but you know what I mean. So he's come back with a video and also a series of tweets, which is, I'm not quite, you know, some of them are a bit I'm a Deontay fan. I like some of the stuff he's doing, especially with the Black Lives Matter movement, bringing awareness to 400 years of slavery, and not even that, like to the injustices that happen in the US. So big up himself as well, and the fact that he came, you know, he grew up as, you know, as the son of a pastor, kind of shows in his character with how he wants to do good for the world and, you know, good for other people, you know what I mean. But this is a bit ridiculous, I ain't gonna lie. Some of this stuff here is a bit, I'm gonna dissect this. So in the video, right, he literally just said that Tysonfury is a cheat, Tysonfury is a liar. Simply with the fact that Tysonfury, in his corner, they had Ricky Hatton, I think they had Stitch as well in his corner, and Ben Davies, and especially in the first fight, and he accused Ricky Hatton of pulling the glove sort of in an ascended sort of way, to the fact that the glove would be, or the you know, the thickness of the glove would be above his knuckles would be at the bottom of the glove, so that when he's striking or when he's hitting the opponent, you can feel more of his knuckles, you can feel the inside of his hand rather than the leather of the glove. Yeah, that's a bit mad though. Still, we'll go into that in a bit. But the first thing he says in this tweet is, Tysonfury, it's time for you to be a man, honor your agreement. What is this bullshit of you fighting Carlos Takam instead of me? You gotta be kidding. So what happened in a nutshell, Tysonfury and Deontay were supposed to be fighting, I think December 19th or something like that. But what happened was that due to the pandemic and everything, in the contract there was a limitation, an expiry date, so to say. So if he don't fight Deontay by this date or this time, then the contract is null and void. And of course, in the US, them not having the ability to bring fans into the crowd was something that I know Deontay is very keen on. Then, in a nutshell, the contract is quite null and void. I see from Deontay's side, he's thinking, you agree to having a rematch in principle. You know what I mean? You agree to having a rematch if whoever wins that fight in February, we're gonna have a trilogy fight. And in principle, we both agreed to that. And what Deontay is saying is that Tysonfury is being disloyal because Tysonfury is then choosing another opponent due to the terms and conditions of the contract not being applicable anymore. So Deontay Wilder says straight afterwards, when you were going through your darkest time, I told you that if you got yourself together, I will give you a title shot, being a man of my word, and I give you that title shot. So yeah, Deontay Wilder's coming from a sort of an integrity kind of perspective. You said you got to do this, but you never did that. That's the whole point of contract. You see what I'm saying? Like Shelly Finkel and them lot should have known. That's the whole point of a contract. If everyone gone off their whole word, then the contract should, like, why would we have contracts to begin with? You know what I'm saying? But the fact that you didn't have the contract had a hole in it, the contract had, you know, blurred lines, kind of shows to me that you need to change your team up. For that alone, you should just get rid of them, in a nutshell, because Shelly Finkel should have known better. And Shelly Finkel has been in the game for quite some time, you know, so I'm surprised that he said that. But Deontay Wilder says again, when that fight was a draw, I told you got to get a rematch. You know, I was offered more money to fight Joshua than I was getting to fight you. Again, being a man of my word, I fought you like I said I would. That is mad. Now that, I knew that from the get-go. Now, I remember 2 years ago, Deontay Wilder was supposed to fight Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua and his team provided a lot of offers to Deontay Wilder, irrefutable offers. Some of them were like things that he shouldn't really deserve at that time. You know, he was earning, I would say, around 5 to 10 million, maybe that, maybe 5 million a fight. And Anthony Joshua at the time, even till now, he's earning what 20 million plus, and he was offering what 60-40. Like, for me, that is quite generous. I'm not even gonna lie. You're not even putting in that kind of power. 60-40 plus. Anthony Joshua had 4 belts. Deontay Wilder had 1. Deontay Wilder had less pulling power, and also Deontay Wilder had less credible opponents on his record. Anthony Joshua at that time was fighting the likes of Joseph Parker, he beat. Dillian White, he beat. Charles Martin, he beat. Vladimir Klitschko, he beat. Who else did he beat? Eric Molina, the same guy who faced against Deontay Wilder. Dominic Brazil as well. Who else? And also he come in like as an Olympic gold medalist also. At that time, I was thinking, you come on, Puff, you're taking the mick, man. This is coming a joke, man. I remember Eddie Hearn was trying to meet up with them, and they just kept blanking him. I remember that, man. I remember that like it was yesterday. Eddie Hearn was kind of reaching out, you know, telling them, giving them offers, saying to them, look, you guys, like, come on, let's fight, man, let's fight. And they were having it. They even got Bazza involved, Barry Hearn, you know, involved, and got him out, you know, from his retirement, to be fair, to go and sort of negotiate with Shelly Finkel, because of course them being of the same era, then they could have a lot more, you know, relatability amongst themselves and come to some agreement. But even that didn't work. Then even afterwards, this is the maddest thing, Deontay Wilder was then offered, check this out guys, Deontay Wilder was then offered around well over 100 million pounds, I think, or even dollars, over $100 million for a 3-fight. Bear in mind, this guy is earning 5 to 10. At that time, maybe he scratched the 10 to 50 million pound mark. 100 million for a 3-fight deal. Yeah, 100, even 100. I think it was 120 to be fair, for a 3-fight deal against Dominic Brazil. Yeah, so that's an easy fight for him. And 2 fights with Anthony Joshua. So Dominic Brazil for 20 million, yeah, which is a lot more than he would have fought for him anyway to begin with. And 2 lots of, what was it, $40 million for the Anthony Joshua fight. You know, that, and him and his team said, no, I don't want to do that, because I'm loyal to Al Heyman. I'm loyal to you know, the Showtime. I'm loyal to the PBC. Come on, fam, are you taking like, do you know what I mean? At least the truth is out, to be fair. You know, Eddie Hearn said this like last night. At least the truth is out. And the last thing he said on this was, in the rematch agreement, there was a rematch clause. Now it's time for you to be a man and honor your word, instead of being or even trying to weasel out of the agreement. Scared people run, but scary man will break his contract, you coward ass. Beep. Deontay, mate, you can't be bad a man here. You bad a man. He could have fought the likes of a Dillian White, you know. Dillian White was looking for that manager for what, 1,000 days? And he was saying, no, I'm gonna, you know, freeze you up for 2 years, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And him and his team kind of blocked Matchroom promotion and Matchroom offers, like, from all angles, which was kind of like, come on, man, are you like, we want the best fights, and you guys are not willing to negotiate, you guys are not willing to come to the table, you know. And the last thing he said, and this one really got to me, in the video he said this, yeah, and this is something I'm not, like, with all the other stuff is here, you know, like, I'm not really gonna get into, like, I'm not really gonna throw him under the bus too tough, but this one was kind of unacceptable. This was not even kind of. What he said in the next thing I'm about to tell you was unacceptable.
Being a disloyal trainer to throw the towel in just to stop me.
Hang on, man. Mate. It took a crap referee. Hang on. And a disloyal trainer to throw the towel in. Fam. A disloyal trainer. Mark Breeden. Are you taking the piss, fam? Is this what I'm hearing from? Mark Breeden. Mark Breeden saved your life, fam. When I heard after the fight, him, not even Deontay, but the trainer Diaz, I've got his name, fam. I think Joey Diaz, yeah, saying, oh, he's a suit as well, fam. I will get rid of him, fam. He'll be the first one. I'll lock him off, fam. Get out of here, fam. From calling the people to stop your fight like a disgenuine and loyal and disloyal for, like, Mark Breeden saved your life, fam. Mark Breeden, if it wasn't for Mark Breeden, you would have had a lot more damage than that, because you were gone, you were out of there. Okay, you were like, you were throwing any punches by that stage. You were physically drained. You felt like your soul was ripped out of you. And at that period, for whatever reason, okay, it might have been Fury's glove, which for me, Nevada State Athletic Commission are like one of the best in the world, and they check you like a sniffer dog will look for drugs. They would look at you wrapping up every glove. They'll look at you doing the whole shabam, the whole thing for both fighters. Not even that, also the trainer would do the same thing as well. So the fact that he was thinking like the Nevada Commission is like they've lost their marbles as well is a bit common, man. Mark Breeden is one of the best guys, and the treatment was, for me, like, was out of order, well out of order. Mark Breeden, for me, being one of the best fighters, you know, in general, you know, very tough forward fighter. When I'm coming out of the Bronx gym, he's a very classy guy. He's a very up, you know, down to earth guy as well, and you can't treat the guy like that, you know. You can't treat the guy like that. He weren't disloyal, man. He was trying to save your life. Like I said before, like I said yesterday, please like, comment, and subscribe, guys. We're trying to get to 1K. Okay, big up yourselves. Peace, love, and prosperity. And I catch you guys in a bit. Peace.